Let's talk about what everyone's talking about, which is the Oscars. In Los Angeles, CODA pulled off a surprise and won Best Picture at the Oscars. The film features a family of largely deaf people who run a small fishing business with the help of their hearing daughter. CODA beat off the bookies' favourite, The Power of the Dog, which was aiming to become the first film from a streaming service to win the top prize. Well, let's talk this through with Riaz Mehta, who's the founder and chief executive of ritestream. So let's talk about the Oscars. It's getting headlines for all sorts of reasons, not the best film, but anyway. But let's talk about CODA. A fantastic win for Apple TV Plus as well, the first small budget film that streamed to win best film.
Hi, Sally, and that's a great point. You know, CODA is an amazing film, but it's made on a tiny budget. It's literally $10 million, and this is a game changer because it went straight to streaming, and this demonstrates where the future is headed. And I believe that for a very long time, content has been controlled by major Hollywood studios. Now it's going more towards independence, and I believe the power is going to shift, and especially with the rise of NFTs and the way to fund content via NFTs, which will empower creators to actually create more content and not have to be reliant on traditional funding sources, which are incredibly hard to come by.
Now we're watching some of the film now with the mum and dad, Troy Kotsur there, winning Best Supporting Actor for his role in this film. A really moving moment at the Oscars when he received his statuette. Just to say, though, that Netflix, I guess they feel they've been picked at the post. I mean, they've been seen as the one that would get that first streaming best film for a few years now, but The Power of the Dog didn't win through.
Indeed, Sally, and I think Netflix has thrown a lot of money at this in the past as well, and so have the big studios. But ultimately, it's about the creativity, it's about the storytelling, and it doesn't matter what the budget of the film is. That it's the uniqueness, the creativity, the producers behind it that make it all happen, and that's what's being recognized by the industry. And this is actually a great message to all producers out there that they can achieve what they want to, because now they have different funding sources and they can actually create amazing concept even on a smaller content on a smaller budget and have the ability to win an Oscar ultimately. So
do you see this win then for CODA as the shift that we've been waiting for a few years now? We've talked about this for a few years, where the streaming services, the likes of Netflix and others, are getting more and more nominations. Well, now they've got Best Film in the bag. Does this mark that shift?
Indeed, it does. It marks a shift from a very traditional business model to what consumers are wanting, how content is being watched. And Netflix has demonstrated that over the years, that they've been making great content. But now the shift is even further. If you see the rise of NFTs that a lot of people would be aware of, these NFTs will become a source of funding for content in the future, so that producers don't even have to rely on a studio like Netflix or a Disney or Marvel to actually create this content, that they can bring their ideas to life very quickly.
Riaz, it's been a pleasure to speak to you. Thanks for being on the programme, and thank you too for your company.